Where's that quest giver? Sweet. And that. Thank you. Oh, so cute. I want to go. Can't do anything. There's no more seconds. Just a slithery bastard. Slithering through storm, wind. There we go. Move. Yes. Halloween event. Speak with the innkeepers. Okay. Alright. The one thing I really want from this is dun, 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 this costume. Horse head costume. Looks fun. Horse tail. I'm gonna try to collect all of them. I wonder... No, I don't. I was gonna see if I had any in my bank, but I didn't keep them. Oh, quest log full? That's a problem. I don't need you. I feel like... Nah. Gertrude, take me to the Undercity. Oh, I'm supposed to bomb this place with stink bombs. Forgot. Look at this place. It has maggots. It's disgusting. That is so gross. Here's some stink bombs for you. Undercity rat. That's a huge issue. They need to fix this. Look at that. This is where my rot gut comes from. Rot gut comes from the Undercity. I'm never gonna look at rot gut the same anymore. Why is there a long global cooldown? Jeez. Just let me fire all of them at once. Guess it's not long, it's 3 seconds. Whoa! Guy! He needs assistance! Oh, I think he died. Almost done. Fucking maggots. Yeah. Okay. Stink bombs removed. Just gotta do some cleanup. Stormwind City just needs to hire some janitors to take care of the upkeep. Because I don't have time for all this shit. None of us do. We have to kill Jaden. Oh. Renato, you got... Oh. Oh gosh, it's following me now. This is gross. Oh, now I'm endlessly just trailing a trail of yellow stink stuff. Gavin, I see you. Nice. Are you stuck? Poor guy. Fly. Okay. Why why am I flagged for PvP? Who flagged me? I don't appreciate this. Or who did I click on to get flagged? I did not do that shit on purpose. Take it off. 2 minutes. Fuck. Guess I'm not leaving Stormwind for 2 minutes. Gotta get strange dust. Maybe I have strange dust. Let's see. Yeah, usually strange dust is like 1 page, maybe 2. It's fucking 18 pages. Holy crap, who's selling it for 150 gold? Fuck you, Bank of G. Banshee? Alright, luckily I have some. Shit. Okay. Well, I don't want to spend a gold. Like, technically I can. Well, let's just spend a gold. Let me just help out the economy. Maybe these people need some monies. These people need to feed their family. Eastern Kingdoms is not a cheap place to live. Okay, let's just buy. Let's just buy one. Can we buy one? It's making me buy 2, but that's okay. All right, I get it. I get it. You need 2 anyway. I forgot. Okay. Now I need crystal. Oh, did I get the nougaty stuff from this person? My bag. I think I did. Lozend. I didn't. What? Wait, what? Stormwind nougat. Oh, didn't take it. Okay. Speak with the. Gotta go to all these places, huh? Douse the hordes, Wickerman. I don't want to go there. It just sounds like a bad idea. Why do they make you do this? I really want that mount. Gretchen. Gretchen. What else can I do? Jesper. So I'm taking the tram to No More Raygon. Alright, here we go. See, Iron Forge. Technically, actually, I could take this. No, I'm already here. It'll just be a little adventure. Honestly, I don't. Oh, it's right here. I made it. Mm. 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 Okay. Stop that Iron Forge. See what this is all about. Norn. Where is she? Where's the inn? Chico. Yeah, I like that. That's good. Nomoragan Gumdrop. Oh gosh. Hit two birds with one stone. Iron Forge. That's great. Holy fuck. Dun, dun, dun. Do the train. It's good. That's good. I like it. Our asses. Need to take. You know what? I'm gonna take the death. I'm gonna cheat and take a portal to Dalaran to Darnassus. Guess it's not cheating. It's a better way. Better. Railcraft, huh?
Yep, using it for my farm.
As in the rail system, and or the steam engine stuff. Both.
It'll have a steam engine, but what I'm intending to do, because I moved my farm out of my render distance, because if you're using Agricraft, that seems to cause lag, from what I hear. And they said, move it out of render distance, chunk load it, and then have some way to basically port back your results. And so I'm like, I'm sure that there's like an ender chest sort of deal that I could use, but I'm like, I'm gonna use rails. So I have a little locomotive with some carts attached to it, and it goes down there, picks up all the items, and then it comes back and drops off all the results.
That's cool.
But I'm trying to learn how to do it all, and I'm like, well, I got tired of having to fly back and forth to change like 2 things and go, oh, I need this other part. Have to fly all the way back. Get that part, fly all the way back. Oh, I forgot something. Go all the way back.
Yeah, that's annoying.
It's like, might as well just jump into creative, get it all figured out, and say, okay, I need 6 of these, 5 of those.
Interesting. Well, that's smart.
It's like, I like playing with that sort of stuff, building like train depots and all that. It's actually what I kind of started off doing on multiplayer servers. Was I would hop onto a server, build a train station, and then leave it, never to return.
Huh. Never to return.
Yep.
I have never built a rail system before.
The vanilla rail system is very limited, and a lot of it is harder to do on a multiplayer server because on a single player, it's very timing important.
Uh-huh.
So things like the door trap dispenser and stuff like that was very dependent on having a pretty low lag. So if you do it on a multiplayer server, it wouldn't quite work as well, if it worked at all.
Interesting. So I don't typically do holiday events because I've done them already, but then this one has a toy called the horse head costume, and then there's a horse tail costume. And I want so bad.
Is that the Warcraft one?
Wait, what? Say again?
Is that Warcraft or Guild Wars?
Or World of Warcraft. Yeah. Wow.
I think I saw something on MMO Champion about that.
Looks cool. I mean, it'd be nice if, you know, somebody can be a butt and I can be the head. I think Kaz
Well,
would
you
be
gotta
one
be
of.
the head.
Say again?
Why you gotta be the head?
Because I'm the brains of the operation. Someone's got to be the ass.
Uh-huh.
I'm just joking. I know, it should be opposite. Okay, Vet, I get it. Just let me feel good for a moment. Okay, well there's only like 5 quests that you can do. I have to wait until tomorrow to do it. At least we
That's
have...
sort of always been the way, though. They
Yeah,
sparse it out in the daily way.
but it ends on November 1st. So I got 20, let's say I got 14 because 10 I think is just from a regular quest. So we get 14 times... We're not gonna make it. 10... Oh yeah, we'll make it. Be fine.
Well, that's cool. The Lunar Festival has a dragon one. Only it's a dragon head, dragon body, and dragon tail.
Ooh. That passed already though, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, shucks.
And you can have multiple dragon bodies attached, because it's more of a, like, Eastern style dragon.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, now that that's done, what do I do now? It's gotten so boring on 110 characters.
110.
Level 110.
Uh,
I know, I'm only eye level 923, so I should be doing mythics and all that stuff. Just don't have the motivation. I know what I'll do. I'm gonna go on my PvP character. Bleeding Hollow. Dun 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 dun. Dun. This little motorbike is so loud, I can't stand it. Vroom. Shut up, please. I got to a point in regrowth where I kind of don't really know where to start, such as because the quest log says, okay, now go do witchcraft and make a robe and a hat, and go do thaumcraft and do this and that, and I'm like, I don't feel like it. What do I do now?
I need to work on my server quest line.
What do you mean your server quest line?
I was thinking about doing some sort of like server type quest line. Make you and Cody work together. Set up some little mini dungeons.
Oh. Eh.
Sitting there going, I think it'd be fun to try and kill those guys.
Don't kill me. I don't want to die.
Oh, you'll be fine. I'm also sitting in creative with the hungry node nearby, because I want to see how much it eats. It is doing quite well for itself. It also helps that it's right next to water, so the squids keep getting eaten.
A hungry node. So you can't die in creative mode, so the hungry node is not doing anything to you, huh?
Nope. Doesn't pull me or anything, so
Nice.
I can be right next to it. But it's a little further off because I don't want it to eat my railcraft stuff.
I found a blue greystone one time at a hungry node, and I was telling Cody, and I go, "Oh, did you die at a?" I think I found, or I said, "I think I found your gravestone at this hungry node." And he goes, is it by this? Is it by this? Does it have this? And I'm like, I don't know if it has any of those things, but neither Vitara and I have died due to a hungry node, and you are the only one. So obviously it's yours. He goes, well, let me come over there. He goes, yeah, that's it. I'm like, I know it was that one. Because I know you died.
The question.
I was simply stating, I found your shit. I'm gonna try to break it. But the good thing about all those hearts that we have, and maybe my inability, I mean, that ring of air, you're basically invincible, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah. So I was like,
as long as I still don't know if it requires mana to work. I don't think it does. But yeah, because at this point I have so much that I'm never going to run out.
Yeah, that's good. But yeah, I was thinking about breaking it, and so I sat in the hungry node for a little bit, and it just kept giving me that really annoying sound, like you're gonna die, and I was like panicking, but I knew I couldn't die, but I still was like, nah, it's not worth it. Because what if I did die? I won't be able to get my shit.
Obsidian can actually block it. So if you got close enough and you encased it in obsidian, you pretty much render it benign.
Nice.
I think it'll still pull you in, but it won't kill you.
Okay.
And if you, well, since you haven't really gotten into Thaumcraft at all, have you?
Nah, just a little bit. I've been building things here and there, but nothing too, not like what Techie had on Survival Stories.
Yeah. So once you like know how to jar nodes, you can actually jar hungry nodes. But those are very, very dangerous to play with. It's like I want to use one for my Thaumcraft area as a garbage bin.
Gotcha.
And it'd also be very useful if you had it used it as a void chest for your farm, because it would eat the materials and then it would get a whole. Because basically everything it eats, it gains aspects. So you'll have, you keep feeding it, it'll end up being like this very large node with a lot of aspects.
Wow,
and you
nice.
can charge your wand for that. But it's, you just gotta keep feeding it, and I think you have to feed it primal aspects. So Perdido, Air, Aqua Terra, and stuff.
Gotcha. I see. I
And
did.
pray that you never ever break the containment field. If you break the containment field, oh, now you have a black hole in the middle of the base. Have fun with that.
Probably move. I take nothing and just move my body.
You can destroy them though if you have. I think it's the evacuator focus on your wand.
Ah.
You can do a ranged destroy of it.
Gotcha. But technically, with these mods, they have these mods for you just in case you like to specialize in one. You don't have to survive in Minecraft with every single one, right?
For growth, it's a little bit different because it's everything is so intertwined, and they sort of made it that way. So for blood magic, you actually need stuff from I think Thaumcraft and Witchery, and that millionaire you need stuff from Witchery. I think all of the Thaumcraft stuff as well. And I think for millionaire you need. I think you need to defeat Thaumcraft's boss to get the stuff.
Oh, Thaumcraft has a boss? That's cool.
Thaumcraft has a boss, Victory has a bunch of bosses. Wither and the Ender Dragon are probably the easiest bosses.
And Gaia.
Gaia is... I don't know what Gaia's ranking would be. I'd probably put it, like, probably higher up. It's on the higher end. I think the hardest boss for growth is probably going to be Leonard.
Say that name again.
Leonard.
Oh, Leonard. Okay.
It's kind of a trap in the growth because you get the quest to defeat him pretty early, but he's one of the harder ones to fight.
Gotcha. So it's like, fight him if you want, but you gon' die.
Yeah, but they don't even say he's one of the harder bosses to defeat. They just say, oh yeah, just kill this guy. And it's so early in the quest line, you're like, oh, he's one of the entry bosses. And it's like, nope.
They tricked me. I should have done my first rogue on a night elf. It just makes sense because they already have shadow meld. It's like having two stealths, and then one for like just in case oh shit moments.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised I don't have any other night elves because I love Shadow Meld so much, but generally I try and make them humans because as an alt, I think the most important thing for me to get is reputation stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Humans have that reputation gain, so I'm like, alright.
I made my main character human just for that reason because I did not want to like. I knew reputation was gonna be hard to get, and I figured, okay, human is gonna be easy, and I'm just gonna collect reputation on just one character. That was before the whole sharing thing happened, like account bound shit with like mounts and stuff and achievements.
Yeah, and for me, it's like Vitara was my only character that I ever played, so I'm like, even if I do play like an alt character, I'm never gonna play it often enough to sort of justify doing extra rep work. So just toss it as a human.
Who man? I really like the Worgen story though. In the very beginning, it's probably my favorite. I really like the dark storylines.
Yeah.
This is too
I
like
wish
tree
though
huggerish.
the Night Elf.
Mm-hmm.
I so barely remember it. It was so long ago. 2000 what 4?
Damn, really? Night Elf 2004?
Yeah, whenever it first came out.
Well,
Started playing December 10th.
why don't you December 10th, 2000? Whoa, that's like when it came out.
Yep.
Or actually, it was like November. So yeah, oh my gosh, like a couple days, a week after. But why didn't you just make a character, another character, Night Elf, just to be able to play the storyline?
Which the new storyline?
No, just to play it again, to play the Night Elf storyline.
I'm positive that I have another Night Elf. I just don't remember who it is or what it is.
Ew.
Because I know I've been back there. And I was doing something. I think it was. Yeah, I have no idea. I do know that I at one time had another Night Elf.
I think the first character I ever made was a Blood Elf. And I played it until like level 15 until I realized my friend that like okay, so he told me, "Okay, go to this server or no, go on WoW and create this character." So I go on WoW like without thinking, "Oh, there's actually multiple servers." So I created a character on one server, played it until like level 10, and then he goes, "Oh wait, what server are you on?" He goes, and then I tell him which one. He goes, "No, you got to go on Alune." I'm like, "Well, fuck." So I go on Alune and I make a Blood Elf character, and he's like, "Well, no, don't make a Blood Elf character. We're on Alliance." And I'm like, "Fucking shit." Like, here I am playing all these characters, and you're like, you didn't specify, go on the Alune server, make an Alliance character. He just goes, go on WoW, make a character. I'm like, alright, whatever. So technically the first one I've ever made was a Blood Elf, and the one that I actually did play until level, I think it was 85 back then, was a Draenei. Draenei? I think it was a Paladin, too. Draenei Paladin. It was fun. I got to wield a hammer. I was big, had hoofs. Then I decided, okay, I'm gonna make a hunter because hunter looks fun. You shoot from a distance, and that's the first MMO I've ever played, so I was not used to anything related to ranged or hunter. I was like, that's cool. I get to tame animals. So I made a Worgen. And I fell in love with the Worgen, and I made almost every single character a Worgen after that. and I played it so much that I was like, I'm sick and tired of Worgens. We make a human.
Yeah, it's like I got to play Worgen at BlizzCon, so I got a little bit of like the Worgen start zone, but I don't think I really played it all that much when it first came out because again, I was on a vet and having to do a whole bunch of guildy stuff.
Right.
So I didn't start doing alts like at all until I think Draenor really.
Damn, that's like 10 years of not playing an alt.
Yeah, I have like well over, I think it's 500 days on vet.
Shit.
Which is why I know how to do kitty and all that. It's like, that's my only character. That's my only focus.
Did you spend a lot of time at the training dummies, or were you actually like doing other shit like guild stuff or professions?
I've pretty much been a guild officer for any guild I've been in since vanilla, so.
Seems like too much
So it's been
responsibility.
a while. Well, for me, it's always been. I always just fall into it because I like organizing and having doing the number crunching. So it's just something that I end up doing like naturally, especially when you're a raider. If you end up helping out the guild leader or the raid leader often enough, and generally the raid leader ends up being the guild leader at some point. So you sit there and say, hey, I noticed so-and-so doing this, or if you're always doing the ones calling the shots, it's you end up being so helpful, like, look, you're an officer now, have fun.
Nice.
But generally though, I wasn't very much in the human management section of it. I was always in the back end working with the numbers. So if the guild leader or if the raid leader calls you out for underperforming, it's probably because I'm sitting there whispering, going, hey, so-and-so isn't up to snuff.
Oh.
But I'm not the one saying, hey, so-and-so, you're not up to snuff.
Gotcha. What kind of numbers are you talking about? Like, the DPS charts?
Yep, DPS charts. Like for Skadoosh, I was usually the one going over the all the logs and saying, okay, so-and-so's not really doing any of the debuffing. They need to up debuffs, or so-and-so doesn't ever res, or so-and-so is underperforming. And then would drill down and say, okay, well, I don't know this class, but like comparing Calicia to one rogue to another rogue, saying, this is what our top rogue is doing, this is what this guy is not doing, so I can see the differences in the numbers and see what abilities that they're using and not using. And then basically write up a report and give it to Juan or whoever's the leader and say, okay, this is what I've seen. I don't know if this is accurate, but this is what the numbers are telling me.
Interesting. Well, that's cool. Cal was really good, though.
Yep. And you always have players like that, and they're usually what I refer to as the spine of the group. It's you have just like a smaller handful of like the super, super good players, and then you have your satisfactory level raiders, which are fine. And those people I don't even bother. It's like if you're in the middle of the DPS charts, I don't care about you at all. It's like I always look at the bottom quarter of the group.
Right, and you
usually
try to fix the issue. Like, have you ever tried, working with them, grouping them up with somebody that is better than them, in a sense?
Yep, that's basically how we've always worked, and I've done this like even before I met like you and Techie and all that. We've always had like the underperformers, and you usually pair them up with either the high performers who have like a good personality and like they like to teach people. You either pair them up, or one of the officers would go in like mano a mano and just whack at a target dummy and say, "This is what we've been seeing. We've been looking at your numbers, been looking at like when you're using your abilities and stuff. We do know that you need to use this ability more often. So focus on that. The next raid, don't worry about your numbers so much. Turn off your DPS meters if you want, but focus on using this ability more often, or focus on this rotation." Because generally, it's usually what happens is that the underperformers aren't big on figuring out what the rotation is supposed to be. It's what they think they should be hitting. Whereas for a lot of things, it's you have like a specific rotation or priority list. Back in the day, it was basically rotation. Nowadays, it's much more priority. But it's one of the... It's just you have to know the personality, which was one of my big issues with like Skadoosh at the end of it was we used to recruit for personality. It's like your raid performance we can always improve on.
But your personality
But
can't. Yeah.
We can't improve your personality.
Yeah. I remember you telling me about this, and Skadoosh started just recruiting random ass people with like really shit personalities.
Yeah. Which, you know, is on one end it's disappointing, but on the other hand, it's like I was expecting it by the end of it because the raid focus is really, really important, especially if you're running at any point with, oh, we are a raiding group. People expect numbers, people expect progress. So you're allowed to hit walls once in a while, but you can never allow those walls to last. Because if the progress doesn't happen, then people get frustrated. And there's always that temptation to start recruiting people who you know have higher numbers, but shitty personalities.
Right.
But all that does is starts to create friction in the group, and that's where the splits come in, and then you kind of have to make a decision. It's like, are we a casual group, or are we a more hardcore group? And then you have the threat of you might lose your spine raiders, if they decide, you know what, I want a harder raiding group, or I want a group that's a little more hardcore, more raiding focused, and they leave, and now you have to go bring up somebody else. It's those kind of middling guilds are like the hardest ones to run, just because you're not allowed to just flat out say, look, you suck, you can't raid with us. You have to try and help everybody that you can.
Right. Sense. What was Skadoosh labeled as usually? Were they hardcore, like middle, or just like relaxed?
They were, it depends on, sorry, coughing my lungs out.
Good.
They called themselves sort of like a middle tier rating group. They were rating focused, but they were more casual about it. The problem was that, like, before you came along, I think you came after the split.
Think so.
Yeah, so
The split with who?
when I
Like
joined,
Juan?
it was before Juan became guild leader.
No, I was there when Juan was guild leader.
Yeah, so initially Sunlord was the raid leader, or the guild leader, and there were two raiding groups. There was one headed by, I think, Odinson and Benny and other folks. And then there was the second raiding group, and the first raiding group was more of the hardcore raiders. It was all the hardcore raiders, so they were the ones getting all the progress and whatnot. And then you have the second group, which was more casual. And the issue was that the first raiding group ended up deciding to leave, and they left in a fairly like messy and not quite pleasant way.
Burn bridges.
So, oh yeah, they burned bridges. And what ended up happening is that a good portion of the guild left. Like they wanted to all be more hardcore. So that's where I think, what were they called? They were called Ironworks. So Ironworks, and I think they renamed themselves into Battle Hardened, I think, or something like that. I don't remember what their progression ended up being, but they left, and I'm like, well, shit, I sort of just got here, so I started to help out. That's when I actually started talking. It had been about, I think, maybe 3 months before I started talking in guild chat.
You never spoke?
Most of the time. Yeah, barely. Because I didn't really know anybody. All I knew, because I was raiding in the second team, the casual team. So I talked to them, but not too much. But then once the split happened, I'm like, well, I've been through this before, so it's what happens during a split is you have to have people being a lot more social to keep the guild from like just literally falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when it's like we started doing like little guild events and whatnot, just to sort of like rebuild the community within it.
Mm-hmm.
And then continued raiding and doing all that. And that's when we started doing a lot more recruiting. We got Mezzo and View, and I think we got Techie at some point. I don't remember when he came in. Yep. I have no memory of when Techie came in. All I remember is he was my tank partner.
Mm-hmm. Tank partner for life. Yeah, I remember the first time I came in, I don't remember how I came in to raid, but I joined a raid, and Muteki and you were the tanks. That's all I remember. Those were fun days. When raiding was fun.
I was in Dalaran when you joined. I remember that.
I remember somebody saying something about, like, oh, I don't remember if I mailed you or if I mailed Juan, but I mailed somebody, and they were like, we've been trying to reach you, but you were offline, and I was like, I'm sorry, I was on an alt.
Yeah.
I think it was Juan that said that. But yeah, that was fun. I like those kind of guilds that help people out. I was on something like that in Star Wars before a lot of shit happened and a lot of drama happened. Star Wars, we didn't raid, except we PvP'd a lot. I'm talking about like hardcore PvP. I was in a ranked team and everything. And the good thing about this guild was if you sucked, they weren't like, well, you can't come PvP with us. If you sucked, they actually had part of the RP part was a school. So you had the opportunity to RP attending class on how to be a good juggernaut, how to be a good marauder, and you get the best, like they had the best PvPers on the server teaching you how to be just like them. So they would go down the line, this is your rotation, this is why you need to press this button at this certain time, and this is why you need to do this when they do this. They were teaching me how to look at the, like, watch the character panel, because I usually watch my character, and I would watch my character, and then I would watch what the other guy is doing. He goes, don't do that. Watch the character panel and look at the buffs and the debuffs and act accordingly. And I had the biggest learning curve because I was so used to looking at just my character and running around and avoiding things on the ground. But I actually, like, I didn't master watching the character panel, but I got to the point or I can go up against somebody that was as good or actually better than me and I would beat them. So I really like that part of a guild helping out their guildies like that. So I
Yeah.
like that Crusade Skadoosh did that at one point.
Yeah, it's like my favorite like period for when I play WoW was back in like Burning Crusade. I was part of a guild um, where it was another guild that had multiple raiding groups, and so we had the red team and we had the gold team because our guild colors were red and gold. So the red team was the one that had like I want to say the star players because they were like the guild leader and all the officers up there. And then we had the gold team, which was we were sort of the cast-offs, the riffraff. It just so happened that we ended up forming into the better group because we were getting we had to pug everything. And so what ended up happening is this was back in the day where like server reputation was everything. So you'd find a pug, and then if the pug ended up being really good or had a good personality, we would throw them on our friends list, and then we would find them back. And they would eventually become part of the guild. They would just say, "Look, we've had a fantastic time. Let me join your guild." But we had a couple older folks that just barely could raid, period. And one of these guys was pretty much our mascot because he really could not do anything else. So, because we tried everything with this guy, we worked with him basically for every day for like years to try and do it, but he couldn't hit the buttons fast enough. He just couldn't react to anything fast enough.
Man.
So we put him as healer, we put him as DPS, and then we finally decided, you know what, we have like all of our other healers are super strong, so we put him as a healer and just said, just
Do
whatever
something.
you can, and yeah, just spam that flash of light. Spam that flash of light.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice of you guys.
And so we pretty much 9-manned everything.
Nice.
But it also made our team really, really good at working with what we got because we knew that we were going into every fight
one man short.
One man down.
Yeah.
But we were very, very guarded on having good personalities. If somebody turned out having like a bad personality, you were never invited back.
Right.
And we had that team from basically Karazhan all the way until the end of that.
Nice.
Really, the only reason that team broke up was just because life. It's like I think half the team ended up having kids.
Oh. See? Don't have kids.
Yeah, man. They ruin all the game time.
Real. Whoa, Brooke is here! What's up, Brooke?
You're not very... You don't have notifications set up on your Discord, do you? Because like, there's a little bling that happens.
No, and neither does my control. When I do push to talk, it used to go deep, deep. It doesn't do that anymore either.
Probably turned them off.
Maybe I did. This is why I should not... I should have everything locked, so I don't accidentally close shit and turn shit off. But yeah, I don't get the notification when people come on, so don't be offended when I don't say hi.
No, it's nice to be able to surprise you.
Yeah.
Just don't do it like Vet.
Well, some of the times I'm like, she had to have heard that, because I know she's not talking right now, because her indicator's not going on, so I'm like, she has to hear that boom. And then it's like, I'll talk, and you're like, holy shit!
Yeah. Yeah, I don't hear anything. Actually gonna look right now. Keybinds, notification. Oh! No, I don't want a robot to speak to me. No, I don't have anything turned off. Oh.
I got so excited that somebody said that hoppers can input directly into buildcraft pipes without power, and I was like, oh, that'll be amazing. And it doesn't work.
Wait, say that again. You can put a hopper, connect a hopper to a buildcraft pipe, and it'll extract it.
Yeah, someone was saying that. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And no, it doesn't work.
I've never tried it with. I used the which one? Mechanism one, and it works for that one. I've never tried it on a BC pipe. Did you? I mean, if you did try it, did you attach a energy or a steam engine to it, or some kind of engine?
Well, that's why I wanted to try the hopper, because I'm like, I hate having to do the wooden engine
Yeah.
BS.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, if a hopper works, then all you gotta do is put a chest on top of the hopper, and I don't have to bother with an engine.
But no.
But it doesn't work.
Get into mechanism. Mechanism has
like
all that stuff.
10 seconds of absolute, oh my gosh, yay!
And then
disappointment.
Oh my god, no! Brooke, what are you doing? Why are you on the internet?
I'm just searching the deep dark web.
Oh.
Not really.
I
I found an article where a Jackson, Mississippi elementary school that was actually named Jefferson Davis, they renamed it to Jefferson, dang it, Barack Obama Elementary School.
Yeah, I heard about that too. Interesting.
It's like, really?
Yeah, I read, according to that article, that that president that you were talking about, Jefferson something something or the other, is a Confederate president, which is the reason why they changed it. According
But
to that
it's been
article.
that for years.
I know, but you know,
Why
Obama's all
now?
about change.
Yeah.
No, but I feel ya. Like, why? Just leave it. Locate Grimclaw. I found you, friend. 15. Look at that. Weapon Master has rough parity with Master on a single target, pulls definitively into the lead. Okay, Weapon Master it is. Six withered ents. Least favorite class to play. Main quest to play. So on this PvP server, you don't get flagged right away. Like, I'm in Darkshore and I'm not flagged. Would that be because I'm in Darkshore and near the Night Elf village?
I don't remember how it works.
I don't either.
I don't think you're flagged until you're actually engaged.
Oh.
Maybe.
Run! Oh, sweet, a rare. Hey Vet, was I a pretty bad Death Knight when I was raiding in Skadoosh?
No comment.
Cricket. Cricket. If you really want to know the answer.
Well, I'm trying to think about it. It's like, I don't think I ever had to talk to you about it, or no one's ever talked to you about it, right?
I honestly can't remember. And I don't know
Yeah,
what.
either can I. I'm like, I don't think I ever really paid attention to you in the logs, which means that you weren't one of the draggers. Generally, though, if you look at DPS logs during a fight, you'll see the top performers. You'll see like a chunk where it's everybody's around like roughly DPS, and then there'll be like a big drop, and then like 2 or 3 like underperformers. There's usually a very clear divide between the underperformers and the rest of the group.
Gotcha. I remember Gondo and I were the only ones in the raid group. So I would base my DPS off of Gondo. As long as I did better than Gondo, I was fine. That's how I looked at it.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Gondo is one of our working cases.
Good guy though, but I think, like you said about the older folks, like the ones that are a little bit older, I think they have a harder time seeing certain things and reacting in a timely fashion.
Yeah, it's like I try not to have too immediate of an opinion depending on age, because I had somebody who was like 80 years old playing early on, and they were kicking ass.
Damn, really?
No problems whatsoever. And I'm like,
Dang.
well,
Probably been playing for years too. Like MMOs and stuff.
well, she's like, oh, I had an Atari when it first came out. I've been kicking your youngins' asses for blah, blah, blah.
That's awesome.
She was a little spitfire, so I loved it.
That's funny.
Like the original.
The very first. Does she know the very first MMO that ever came out? Was she on that?
Oh, I haven't.
Kind of curious what the very first MMO was ever.
Text-based MMO.
Text-based MMO?
I think so. I think it was all text-based, if I remember correctly.
Interesting. So I was looking at the time, Brooke, and you slept for a very long time. Like, what time did you go to bed last night?
Probably like 2.
Okay, so you slept like nearly 12 hours? Or 12 hours?
Probably, yeah.
A girl, there you go.
I deserved it.
You don't
I
feel...
also took a lot of sleep aid. I took melatonin, and I've been having an itchy throat, so I took a little bit of NyQuil too.
Nice. That'll do you good right there. That's probably the reason why you slept for 12 hours.
Yeah.
Which is acceptable. If you didn't take any medicine, I'd be concerned.
And plus, I've been taking magnesium and potassium too, because I've been having really bad leg cramps. So.
Like cramps?
But that won't. Yeah, but that won't make me sleepy. But still.
But the drugs. It's still a drug.
No, potassium and magnesium are
Oh,
a vitamin supplement.
yeah, they are vitamins. I guess they're... Yeah.
And so is melatonin. Melatonin is a natural thing your brain produces.
I have. Let me see. I have melatonin right here, actually. I bought melatonin. Yeah, they help immensely. I bought these melatonin when I came back from Japan because I had really bad jet lag and I needed to sleep at a decent hour. Hate waiting for these hungry thistle bears to calm down.
Oh, did you see that Randy video I tagged you in?
Yeah, I did. I did see that. I saw that last night, I think. Did you notice that Blizzard put Randy in at the finish line?
Yes, I did. That's awesome.
I missed it. I'm so sad. I can't believe I missed it. I didn't notice him there, and I wish I did. That's what I'm saying. Otherwise, I would have taken a screenshot and be like, "I'm with Randy."
He was like, if I kiss him, will the world?
Yeah, that was funny. What do I do here? Freaking dang it. I do this every time. I kill a bunch of these dark scale scouts, and I'm like, it's not giving me any reward, but then I have to use a quest item on him. On them, rather.
Oh, I hate whenever I do that, and I'm like, I think I'm halfway done, and I look at it, and I'm like, oh, damn.
Yep. Dang it. I attacked the boss instead. Oh, but it worked! Sweet. Ooh, Brooke is watching my stream.
I've been here for quite a while.
Oh, well. Thanks for watching. Trying to wait for my friend to get on Minecraft so I can play Sky Factory. It's very interesting. I really like that all these mods have different uh, objectives and different ways of starting. Like regrowth, you get planted on dead area. Sky Factory, you get put in a tree in the sky. It's cool.
Sky Factory is a mod pack type called a Skyblock.
Oh, Skyblock? Okay.
Yep. So there's multiple Skyblock ones out there. My favorite Skyblock is Agrarian Farms. Or Agrarian Skies.
Similar to Sky Factory, or what's different about it?
It's meaner.
I don't like meaner.
There is a, well, I guess was, I don't know if she's still making them, but there's a modder called Jaded Cat who turned out some of the more popular mod packs, like Magic Farm. I think Magic Farm was the first one that me and Techie played together.
Okay.
And Agrarian Skies was the other one. And generally, it's harder, and there's a lot more things that like to kill you.
Ew. Yeah, Sky Factory's got
But
some
it's
different zombies too. I was like, what is this hitting me?
yeah. Jaded usually does a fairly decent amount of balancing though, so it's mean but fair enough.
Okay, well that's good. Oh my gosh, I just upgraded my footpad shoes from level 1 item level 1 to item level 12. Well, well. Ba-bum. You know what I catch myself doing, Brooke? I catch myself hitting X when I want to mount while I'm in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, me too.
Then I sit and I'm like, no! Mount! And then if I want to chat in World of Warcraft chat, I hit T. I got all my games mixed up.
After I've been playing an RPG for a while, I'll find myself trying to hit shift to run faster.
Haha, nice. Yeah, every once in a while I'll catch myself hitting W twice so I can run a little faster, and wow, not how this works. Because in Minecraft, if you hit W twice, kind of sprint for a little bit. No! Ran too far. So there's a toy in this, I already told that. There's a toy in Hollow's End in World of Warcraft where you can be a horse head or a horse butt.
Oh my gosh.
I want that. I want it so bad. My friend's on Minecraft! My phone sucks! Didn't even tell me. Mm-hmm. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay, I think I'm done streaming. World of Warcraft. I'm gonna make switch. Stop streaming.